Okay, we got another day here at Five Sounds Realty Home Tours. Today we're in the small little town of Roper, North Carolina. Maybe 200 or 300 residents here. This will just give you an idea of the neighborhood. It's on a little corner lot, 324 South Bank Street, and this is the home in question. All right. This home was built in 1954. It sits on about a little less than a half acre. It's 3 bedroom, 2 bath. It does have a 2-car garage, although we'll see on the inside you could really maybe only fit 1 car inside, and we'll show you why. The exterior of the home looks like to be a 20 or 25 year shingle on the roof. It looks to be in okay shape. Seems to have had a repair in the valley there at some point in time. But this home is currently listed at $210,000. Mature trees in the yard. Since I grew up in this area, this home has been here since I was a child. All right, well, 54 is actually about 5-6 years older than me. So let's go in, or 4 or 5 years older. All right, they got vinyl up in here. There's some lofts covering up. Come in the front door. And hardwood floors in very good shape. This is the foyer. And it's pretty big foyer. Foyer. Well, I don't know what you want to call that. But there's no power to this home right now, so I hope this is getting a good video. Back up. Archway into the living room. The foyer closet. And we'll come into the living room. Pretty large. 15, 16 feet wide, maybe. And it's at least 20 feet long, at least. I'm not sure what that is. You know, maybe we'd have to find out why the hole is going through there. You'll see it on the other side when we go. Gas piped fireplace there with a nice mantle. And tile, some type of tile on the floor there. 54, it's got wide baseboard moldings, a nice trim around the doors and the windows. It does have the old style crank out windows, okay? Some would consider that a negative, but air conditioning comes through the ceiling and the heat. It's supposed to be forced air, heat, and AC. And the dining room, okay? And then I'm gonna kind of go back the other way since we see this way. This is a home that you could roller skate around in a circle and never have to do a U-turn, okay? Just to give you an idea. I want to go back this way and discover what's going on. And this will be the bedroom wing, really. And you'll see a bathroom in front, and we'll look at that in a moment. And here's a bedroom. And this is not the master bedroom. But it's a big room. It's 12 and a half, 12 at least, maybe, by 16 or more. Good sized room. 4 doors on this wall. One of them is the one we just came into. And then this is the closet. Okay? It's 1 closet, but 2 doors access it. That's a good, see there, show you this here and up there. I got the hanging on the side, and it's wide enough that you could put a hanging all the way across. But as you see, that area there is a good 9 feet, maybe close to 9.5 feet from one to the other. And then this doorway here, which leads to the bathroom. And we'll go ahead on in here since we're here. Okay? Come on in. This is an all-white bathroom, folks, and it gets bright in here as soon as I come in, even though there is no lights in the home. Tile on the wall, tile on the floor. In good shape. Crank out windows. Does need some paint somewhere. You know, they've had that happen. Looks like a newer vanity, you know, maybe the toilet. Medicine cabinet, tiled around the iron tub. That is an iron tub. Okay. It's in good shape. All the tile looks to be in good shape. And that actually has a lock on it. Maybe that was for medicines. People were keeping them locked up for a reason. But linen closet inside the bathroom. I'm gonna walk out and I'll turn around to give a view from out here. So we've been to one bedroom, good sized bedroom, and there is the bathroom. Okay. Baseboard moldings continue, wide baseboard, down what I call the bedroom wing hallway. Okay. There's a old attic fan. You'd turn it on and it would pull air through here and then draw air in through your windows for sleeping at night before we usually had air conditioning in homes. And here's the guest room. This is a good size room. This is easy 12 by 12, 12 by 13 maybe, with a closet. We'll go look at that in a second. Again, the nice moldings in here too. All right. And the closet this is a true walk-in closet. It's hanging on both sides. It's maybe 4 foot across there. Maybe 4 by 6, something like that. 6.5. All right. And we'll walk out of here. And let's go down further. And this will take us back towards the kitchen. We'll do that in a moment. And here we have a walk-in linen closet, utility closet, kitchen closet. Can be whatever. It might get very dark, but it surrounds the whole, you can't see, but it's behind the door too. All right, shelving already in there. Nice storage closet. And then the full bath I call it 3/4 actually, because that's a shower. Classifying it as a pool. Let's step in. Vanity, single vanity. And step this way so you can see a little bit. Still the nice trim on the doors, and the trim is in the bathroom too on the base. This seems to be a different color, different type of tile. Nonetheless, it's tiled. It's just a little darker. You put a curtain up there. Once you go to use a shower, nobody ever knows. Looks nice. And then this is the master bedroom, I think. No room really has a bathroom to itself. Baseboard moldings around the windows. It's a repeat of all the other rooms. The difference between this closet and that one in the very first room is this one is wider, it's deeper. You can actually walk into it a little bit, and it's set up. This, in my humble opinion, could easily become the master suite if you wanted to put a door up right here and it becomes your private master suite, and then these 2 bedrooms share that bathroom. All right. So now let's go this way. There's your filter for your AC. More closets. It's 2 doors, okay? And let me back up here. It's 2 doors, and it does have a partial wall. Now, I guess it's still a wall, but it's like somebody did it. You could probably just take it out. It passes over on top. And you see over here. See, and up here you can put over. But anyway, I'll close these doors. And this is leading us, if you notice, we're just doing a circle. And this is leading us in the back part of the home, which is not as wide. I think I counted, and I think this is like 10 foot wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it might be 11 foot wide, maybe 11 and a half. Small den. I mean, this is your intimate area. Okay? knotty pine siding, not siding, paneling. That's thick boards, 1-inch boards. And here's that hole that leads through to the formal living room. I'm calling it formal living, with the built-in knotty pine. I'm really unsure what that's for. This is cute. It's actually a little desk. It will pull down, and you probably have to put you something a little more smooth there. They just use it as a storage, I'm sure. Built in. You don't see that often. Okay. All right. Real tall. That looks like the baseboard's extra tall in this room compared to the others. And it stops here. Okay. There's the original. Just notice that. Door to the back, we'll investigate that here in a minute. Well, let's go ahead and do it before we continue on to the kitchen. This goes to a back, what do you call it, 3-season room, 4-season room. It has the crank out windows. Again, we used to call them like, Florida windows. I don't know if this is the right word, Hallowees, Jallowees, I don't know. I really don't know. And the ceiling, which looks like it has had an issue over here at one time. Crank out. Now, there's window missing here altogether. And it looks like on this one, there's 2 or 3 of these missing. There's some small ones. Maybe that's what goes in. And I don't see any large ones for over there. So that's hard to say. Storm door to the outside. All right. Let's walk back in. Let's go towards the kitchen. Built-in cabinets, just been painted white. Good contrast with the hinges and door handles. Okay, stainless steel sink. Electric oven. This is where the refrigerator would go. All right. It's got those knotty pine doors is what they used. And they're good and solid. All right. And a little bar there, huh? All righty. Now, this is the kitchen. Let's get a view back this way. I don't know if I did or not. I want to close that door so that you really do get a good view. Yeah, that door needs some sad repair, doesn't it? Replacement, maybe. All righty. Let's back up here, and there you go. Get a view of it. It would be an intimate den, sitting for night, All righty. You got that extra wide here too. And they did a good job with it though, bringing it down. All right, now let's go out the side door. Metal door. Going to it is a double garage, but because of this post, you can't get 2 cars in here. I think it would be very difficult because this actually makes a step up. If it didn't, you maybe could angle something and get it in. But, maybe that's a problem that can be solved. It looks like it was dropping at one time, and that's their solution. Maybe just a good beam across here on each side, because it looks like there's at least a pier there. Maybe there's one over here. I don't know. Maybe you can run a beam across. All right. I'm not going to open the door, but it's a good size. Access to under the house right there. Wide enough here if you wanted to put a bench all the way across for a workshop. They do have a shelf there already in the windows. Access to the attic right there. Okay. All right. And we're going to go back out the front door, and because that door there doesn't exactly unlock easy. All right, and walk the property. But here where the kitchen was, I stopped and turned around, and it leads you to that dining room, which then again leads us to the living room, the huge living room. It's a very big living room. All right, let's step outside. All right. They've got a walkway. Concrete looks to be in pretty good shape. I think the steps probably need to be, touched up a bit. All right, let's go this way. Like I said, it's a half acre. It is on the corner lot, so the road goes around this way. And come around to the side and get a view of the neighborhood from here, since you really will have two views of a neighborhood, right? There's a home. Used to be Mr. Wilkins' home. Backyard. Roof has a couple of shingles missing somewhere, not terrible, but the shingles themselves look in pretty good shape. All right. There's a dog back here. Alrighty. And there's that 3 or 4 season room. That old fuel barrel, I don't think they're using it anymore. It just was left behind from previous owners from years ago. And there's a fuel tank, you know, that's buried. So as long as you don't touch it, you're okay. You know, if you touch it, dig it up, you gotta talk to the environmental people before you do anything. Let's walk over this way. Let's walk over this way. And let's get a view down this side, the neighbors. And not sure quite where the property line is here, but this is this side of the home. And we'll walk right back out to the front. All right. Alrighty. And we're back out to the front. All right. Well, I hope this video has maybe answered some questions, and the ones that it hasn't, just let me know. Contact me and I'll tell you anything I can find out about it. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in.